Shoshana here with Project Baby Hat, hats 21 through 23. So today we're going to be talking about 3 new stitches. 2 of them I'm actually going to put the link for you to learn how to do them because they're a little too complicated to talk about in this film. So this first stitch that we're going to talk about is the bobble stitch. And as you see here, there's little bobbles. What's interesting is because I didn't do them all in a row, it does force the stitch next to it to loosen up a little bit because I did the bobble stitch every 4th row and alternated it with the E-wrap here, as you can see. So I will post the link for the bobble stitch, but I mainly just did it this way so I could get a hang of the stitch. And now if I go back and do the hat with more bobble stitches, it should even out the stitching so it's not so loose. But I will post that for you. So the bobble stitch, it pops out kind of nicely, as you see there. So this next stitch is the shadow rib stitch, and the reason I chose it is because it taught me how to do a knit back. So it is a 2-row stitch. The first one you're going to do is purl. So the first row is purl everything. The second row is knit back 1, purl 2. So for a knit back, it's kind of interesting. You're going to take the purl stitch from the previous row and put it back on the peg. So then you have 2 stitches on the peg currently. You are going to knit that knit back purl stitch, knit that back over, and then you're going to knit the stitch that was previously on the peg. I hope that makes sense. So you're knitting back the purl stitch from the previous row, and then you are going to knit the purl stitch in the typical row. And then you will purl 2 after that, and then do the knit back again, purl 2, knit back, purl 2. So it takes a little bit of time, and it creates this really cool shadow effect. I don't know if you can see this up close, but there's a popping out thing with the knit back stitch behind that pop out stitch, and that creates that shadow rib effect. It's really cool. You got to try it. And then the next stitch I did was the herringbone stitch. This stitch took quite a long time, so what I did is I ended the hat with some E-wraps in order to get the hat done quicker, because I'm running out of time on this Project Baby Hat. My deadline is November 1st to get 30 hats done. So the herringbone stitch is a little bit complicated, just like the bobble stitch, so I will be posting the link for you. But it does create this cool herringbone. I'll show you the back side of this hat because it looks really cool. So that's the herringbone stitch here that you can do. So I will be posting that link so you can learn it. It does take a while to do so. So if you are one of those people like me that rather just have a quick project, this may not be the stitch for you, or use it sparingly for smaller projects like a baby hat or maybe a pair of gloves or something, and only use it for that. But it's a very cool, effective stitch, as you can see here. It'd be actually really good for a shawl if you have the patience to do it. It would look pretty cool. But that is the herringbone stitch, and you will have the link at the bottom of the video. So, Project Baby Hat 21 through 23. I have 7 more to go, and I will be looking for different types of stitches that are good for baby hats, and I will share the next installment soon. Take care.